Okay, here we go. This is Peter David Gustafson, and this will be a fun video about a case study of mine. This is a client that actually came to me in 2011, yeah, at the end of 2011. And he's a fisherman in Alaska, on the west coast of Alaska, in Soldinata, and great guy. And his site is alaskafishmagnet.com. And Joe Haynes is a great guy, born and bred in western Alaska, and does spectacular tours of Alaska for king salmon and other fish are really his forte. And Joe, does a good amount of business throughout the U.S. And when he came to us, he really just wanted to structure his content so that he had more focus on video, which we do. We do actually video updates. In fact, I'm publishing one tonight, as well as rank much better. And one of the keywords that we targeted was Alaska fishing, and it's a pretty good keyword. If memory serves, there are a couple thousand exact searches a month on this. Alaska fishing. The thing about keyword research, and I'll zoom in a little bit here, is when you're doing, if you use the Google keyword tool, it's always a must to search for exact phrases. And actually, I'll even go as far as selecting, there we go, only show ideas closely related to my search. Yeah, so 4,400. That's actually a lot more lately than I've seen in the past few months. So it's a beefy keyword with a lot of competition, and we just recently, let's see here, we just recently did a lot of retooling on his site with embedded video. And here's, this is a funny thing, is, Google came out with their exact match domain algorithm last fall, in the fall of 2012, basically saying, that they're not going to support exact match domains, giving them, ranking preferential treatment. However, you can see that's not the case there. So anyway, Joe is now number 8. I think he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's number 10 today, and it's for a I guess I showed you on Google AdWords keyword tool. It's for a very competitive keyword. And if you're watching this video right now, the thing that you're wondering or scratching your head thinking about is how did we get him to number 10 on Google, within, well, for this particular keyword, probably 5 or 6 months. And the reason that I'm kind of doing this video is to show you that using Google compliant standards for text and video is a great way, no matter what your budget is, to start. There are many SEO firms out there that will promise you the world and deliver almost none of it. You can go and these folks, Best SEO Companies is one. There's many, there's probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions out there. But when you're reviewing an SEO firm, at least in the last few years, it's pretty important to make sure that they are doing Google relevancy. I'm a big advocate of Google relevancy for text and video. And on my site, I do try to cover advice, like on advertorial links, as well as Google disavowal of your spam backlinks. That's pretty important. But I guess what I'm getting at is that no matter what you're looking to do, which obviously is rank better and generate more traffic and prospects into your sales funnel, do not underestimate the power of highly relevant text and video as your primary focus in your SEO program. This is actually a pretty good post here that I wrote September 27, 2012. And this is a post that I wrote to give you advice on Penguin standards, for relevancy, as well as Panda. And really, the point I guess I'm making is that in this industry, in the last, say, 12 years or so, everyone has been, telling you to go out and buy backlinks. What are backlinks? How do I use them? If we can even go further, buy backlinks. Why buy backlinks? Well, and actually, this is a good trend that I've been seeing a lot lately in the last, say, 6 months, is, warnings about buying backlinks. And I have to say that the new client partners that I take on at my firm, the first thing I have to do is go through their spam backlinks and disavow them. So when you see a site like this, buy PR4 backlinks, yeah, you see that they're really pushing the page rank backlink. You can buy a package, buy PR4 backlinks. And, again, SEO changes so fast that what was working 3 or 4 years ago, buying PR4 better backlinks no longer is as relevant as it used to be. Google will come and say that their algorithms for search engine optimization include over 200 different parameters. We'll never know exactly what they are, but I can tell you that, in this case study for Joe Haynes and Alaska Fish Magnet, this guy here, Joe, has done phenomenal ranking for Alaska fishing with 0 backlinks. I'm not a big advocate of spamming the world with spam backlinks, because you'll just get dinged by Google. You'll probably drop under the top 100 if you were above the top 100. But not to mention that there's no real relevancy in spam backlinks. And that's, if you just Google relevancy. It's getting late. Google's pretty big into relevancy. I mean, they just want to serve up content that the searcher wants to see and read. So, if you're looking for information after watching this video, take some time to learn about what Google wants. They want highly relevant content and they want it fast. And that's where on-page optimization really comes in. You know, you can't believe everything you read. You know, here's an article, with relevancy totally irrelevant to its success. What is Google? I don't even understand what this is about. What I would recommend strongly is that any research you do should come primarily from Google. Don't believe everything else you read. I'd say about 90% of what you read online or even in the media these days is self-promotion. So start with Google. You know, they have a great blog. Here it is right here. InsideSearch.blogspot.com. And, you know, like in 2007, when I first started getting into this industry, having a background in traditional broadcast advertising, radio and TV throughout the U.S., I would say the first year or two, I did nothing but evaluate Google standards for what they want to see, you know, for relevancy standards. It's not, you know, dauntingly hard, but it does take a real focus. Google, you know, as I mentioned, they want to serve up content in about a half a second to their searchers. And what they don't want is a bunch of freaky sites that are ranking the top 100 for sure, that are irrelevant to a search. So take your time and really think about, you know, what you want for your investment. If it's just spam backlinks, then there are plenty of people out there selling them, you know, like these folks. But you'll pay the price in rankings, and in the end, you won't have any relevant content for backlinks, and therefore Google will penalize you. It's kind of a vicious cycle. So anyway, I just wanted to follow up and let you know that, you know, as I continue to share more case studies, I'm pretty honest about them. You know, not everyone ranks on the first page of Google. I have other case studies that talk about not just ranking, but, you know, projects that I've worked on. Fuse, we did nothing but organic keyword research for them. You know, here's actually a good one that is from last August. Yeah, she came to me in August of 2012, and she had a site that was seeing about 12 to 1,300 visitors a day, and she went from 1,200 down to nothing. So we had to do an analysis of her site for Google Penguin. So yeah, and again, I don't want to do a lot of self-promotion here, but I just want to make you aware that no matter what case study you're looking at or video you're watching, just learn a little bit about the industry and what drives you know, people to self-promote. Yeah, here's her. Previous to this was August of 2012. Previous to that, it was, you know, somewhere up here, and it kept going down, and then here, she was just devastated. So anyway, I wanted to get this video done, and I thank you for your time. Stay in touch if you have questions, or I can give you some free advice. Don't hesitate to reach out. Take care.